What's up, YouTube? It's Black Sheep. I just wanted to start this video with saying, as you see on the title of the video, this is something that it's taken me a good while, even though I've had all the tools and resources to understand, but to fully embody it, it took me some lessons or trials and error to understand. When you embark on this thing we all call life, most of us start to seek our own identity, or start to seek understanding of what it is that is needed of this life. To most, some start to seek something that we call power over our lives, or even over others. But something that I've come to realize is true power is controlling yourself. As you may have heard or come upon or come past, the Egyptians would say, know thyself. With that understanding, it's easier said than done, especially in this time or era that we live in, due to the fact of overwhelming access to information, access to quick gratification, access to anything that the heart desires. A little story. As a child, I was raised in a sense of abundance. I was raised in a village, as most would like to call it. And in this village, there was extreme cases of love. There was extreme cases of camaraderie and family and bonding. But as I started to mature, I felt like everybody was raised like this. Felt like many people were raised in the same conditions that I was. But as I saw, that only pushed me into coming into contact with people that weren't. And it baffled me because I didn't understand why certain people, places, or things would try to attack me. I always had access to instant pleasure. I always had access to anything I wanted, especially through hard work. I would say that I'm a decently hard worker, and I have a strong will to get what I want. But as I started to notice, a lot of people either didn't have that or weren't taught in the ways of getting it on your own. to say the least, most people thought following the crowd would get what you wanted. And it pushed me into trying these things. From being homeless, from falling into drug addictions, from falling into lust, from falling into scams and getting into crowds of people that didn't have my best interests at heart. I still tried to operate out of love, and I still thought that that was who I was. But it took me putting myself into extreme isolation to understand the things that I needed and the things that I wanted were in myself all along. At the times that I felt like I didn't have anyone to back me, I had multiple people there to assist me. At the times when I put myself in self-destructive situations, I always had an inkling that something wasn't right. Nowadays, we are in position to become the greatest version of ourselves. And due to the lack of understanding self, a lot of people are falling into extremely self-destructive behaviors. As I said in the beginning, true power is actually understanding self and incorporating extreme discipline within your daily actions, including the things that you eat, including the things that you watch, including the conversations that you have and the things that you hear, whether it be music or podcast or audiobooks, including the activities that you do on a habitual nature, such as exercising or playing video games or doing nothing. On my journey, I am constantly seeking my higher self. And one thing that I'm understanding is the hardest thing to do in this life is to embody self-control, to obtain what we now know as true power.